Shalom. Says, first and foremost, call hello, Yabashim Yavshada says, tsunami watch for Hawaii and Samoa lifted after series of powerful quakes strike New Zealand, triggering evacuations. American Samoa was briefly placed under a tsunami warning and Hawaii on a tsunami watch after an 8.1 magnitude earthquake was registered in the Kermadec Islands north of New Zealand. All right, so then it says a watch was issued for Hawaii. Then it says a tsunami warning issued following the earthquake. So a warning, essentially means that it's coming. They were told to let me see. It says move immediately to nearest high ground. Move immediately to nearest high ground. Yeah. So the warning basically means that it's going to happen. All right. So it says New Zealand hit by 7.3 magnitude earthquake, tsunami warning issued. It says the 8.1 quake happened almost 2 hours after the 7.7 quake registered nearby. All right. So, these things are happening, because we at the end of this thing. All right. All right. And this is Luke chapter 21, and we're going to start at verse 8. It says, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So many being, false prophets, saying I am Christ. And we know that, scripture was translated from Hebrew to Greek to English. So the word Christ right there is anointed, So, it's going to be many saying that they are anointed or they are sent, by the Lord. It says, and the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. So don't follow these people. It says, but when ye shall hear wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. But the end is not by and by, So, you're going to see wars and commotions and, different things happening, different battles and stuff. It says wars and commotions. It says, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. So these things got to happen, so that we can reach that rest. It says, verse 10, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation. We've been seeing that, on a small scale, but it's going to rise, and we seeing it, but it's also things happening behind the scenes that we don't see, and then they'll come out later saying like, yeah, this happened or that happened. All right. It says, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. And we just saw it's always earthquakes happen all the time, but these earthquakes are happening more and they're becoming stronger. It says in diverse places and famines. And, your boy BG just bought a lot of land, so he talking about using synthetic meat. And they've been doing synthetic meat, but it's going to be on a much larger scale because BG, he going to be running those different farms and stuff. It says, in pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But, I want to get the verse 11. The point was in verse 11. It says, and great earthquakes. And I don't know how big the scale is. I think the biggest... I think it's the Richter scale. It's like from 0 to 10, so 8.1 and 7.7 is pretty big. All right. All right. And this is Second Ezra, chapter 8, and we're gonna start at Let's start at verse 48. It says, in this also thou art marvelous before the Most High, in that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter days. Oh, Salaki, it says, shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's what we see, man. Everybody is hella prideful, man. Everybody reeks pride, especially in Babylon the Great. So many great miseries are going to be done to the people of the world. All right, then it says, but understand thou for thyself, seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is praise open, the tree of life is planted. So those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, it says, seek out the glory for such as be like thee. The glory that we're supposed to seek is these scriptures. It says, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted. The time is the time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. It says, the root of evil is sealed up from you, weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Because corruption comes from the wicked, was Esau Edom. In the kingdom, he's gonna be no more, man. After his 1,000 years of slavery, he's gonna be no more. He's gonna be forgotten. He's gonna be like a dream, as the scriptures say. It say, sorrows are past, and in the end is shewed the treasure of immortality. All right, then it says, verse 55, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. So don't worry about 2/3, and don't worry about the wicked or just whoever that perishes. We should be focused on this truth. It says, or it's also another verse that says, don't ask. Roughly paraphrasing, don't ask any more questions about those. The 2/3. Just focus on how the righteous can be saved. All right. So this is verse 56. It says, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. So, just like in Proverbs, the first chapter, they rejected the truth, and that's why we that's why we we see these things happening. Again, going back up to verse 50, it says, the people of the world walk in great pride. And the Lord's people, 2/3 of the Lord's people don't want to return back to him. And the plagues are sent as scored as for amendment. So they're sent for the Lord's people to 2/3 of the Lord's people to change, but they don't want to. They wanted to depend on the system. All right, so Apparatus that was edifying. Call Layim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Kakadash. Shalom.